cạnh tôi đây là một huyền thoại trip xe Russ Swift. Ông đã từng đạt rất là nhiều giải Guinness Thế giới và hôm nay chúng ta sẽ có một buổi trò chuyện ngắn với ông. Okay, thank you for joining with us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Can you introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Russ Swift. I'm from the UK. We perform all over the world for Subaru Motor Image, which includes several shows a year in Vietnam. Where this year we're planning to come to Da Nang and Saigon, and and we've been performing the motor shows there for many years, and we love performing in Vietnam.
All right, I see. So we will have some short questions, and you will answer very quickly.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. First questions. What is the first time that you trip car?
I first drove a car over 50 years ago. It was on a farmer's field. I drove my father's car, and I tried reversing, and I pulled the front bumper off. So I learned very early to be very careful not to do any damage.
So how did you feel at that first time?
I loved driving from the word go, and even before I could drive, I was passionate about model cars, and I used to race slot cars and anything to do with the cars. My mum used to take me to the motor shows in the UK, and as soon as I could drive, I just couldn't wait to do something exciting with the car.
So what is the most memorable moment in your career over here?
Well, I'm probably best known for my parking manoeuvre, where I do a handbrake turn into a really small parking space. I came up with that manoeuvre for a TV commercial 30 years ago, and it established my reputation worldwide. And it was then in 1989 that I got first invited to come over to this part of the world, mainly because of that manoeuvre, and we've been coming back ever since. But that is my trademark move.
All right. So how do you feel when you first receive a World Guinness record?
Oh, it's a great pleasure. Normally when I do my displays, I have a little bit of room for error, but when you're going for a record, you push it just that little bit further, and it's very satisfying. But everybody wants to beat my records, and I establish them, and I let everybody else then take some glory from them.
Here are some technical questions. What do you think is the most important factors to trip successfully?
Well, attention. You've got to. Mobile phones and things like that are a real big distraction. Don't get distracted when you're driving. I don't even have a radio on in a car when I drive. I concentrate fully all the time, because a car is a very dangerous thing, and you've got to concentrate on it full time.
And drifting also like it?
Well, drifting, yes. It's any form of motorsport is great fun, and I started with it just as a hobby, and it developed. I became the British champion, got asked to show off my skills in public, and decided there was a room in the market for a form of entertainment using the skills that I've got, and I've made a career out of my hobby.
I see. So do you plan to have students?
My son, he's been doing the same as me for the last 30 years. He started when he was 7 years old. He first came to Singapore in 1989, and I built him a half-size car. He was driving that on two wheels. He has won 7 British championships at a sport called auto testing. He's got all the skills I've got, and he travels the world also, so he's my protege.
You're surely very happy about
I am, yeah, very proud of him.
Yes. And what is the difference between when you tripped when you was young, and then at this age?
No difference whatsoever. No, I'm sure that my displays are better than they've ever been. I think I've still got the reactions, I've still got the enthusiasm, but I've got the experience now. I know when to go slowly, and that's the secret, and knowing when to be careful, and that's how I've built my reputation. And that's why manufacturers are perfectly confident about me using their cars. So they know that I'm not going to embarrass anybody by having accidents. And
do you have any advice for a young tripper?
Well, if they've got to have the enthusiasm to start with. When I started driving, I had to do something every weekend. It was almost obsessive, and the experience I gained from doing it over and over again, it becomes automatic, and you'll be able to do things. Your head does it for you without having to consciously think about it, and it's only then that you can take things to that extra level, and it becomes easy.
Yeah. How long did you plan to continue your career, and do your family prevent you from driving car?
No. Everybody knows that they've known me. Everybody's known me all my life doing what I do, and everybody trusts me. They know that I'm very careful. Nobody worries about me. It's safer doing what I do. The show you've just seen there, it's safer than driving down the street. You're in very safe hands when you're in the car with me. But I have no plans for the future. As long as the demand's there, I'll keep doing it. As long as I'm able to do it physically. I haven't set any timeline for retiring. This could be my last show, who knows? We hope to be in Vietnam later this year.
Let's be in Vietnam.
Okay.
Right, thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Bye.
Như vậy là chúng ta đã có một buổi trò chuyện ngắn rất là thú vị với lại ông Russ Swift và hy vọng là sẽ gặp ông tại Việt Nam vào thời gian tới.